Guys, so I know it's none of your business, but I need your help. Let me remove my shoes. So in 2009, I got an accident, and when I got that accident, my two legs were broken. Yeah, both of them from here to here, like both of them. Yeah. And then I stayed in the hospital for quite almost 4 months. And because this leg was too much affected, from the knee part here, in between the knee, like from between this part, like the knee, and here, this meat. I don't know. Let me show you an example from this part. Like this part here was empty. There was no meat. It was bone left. Like the thing was crushed. So because of that, I stayed so long with the plaster. So the first thing they did, they had to they put me in metal. We call it aerial, like this, that holds the bone while they treat the wound. And this one was put plaster immediately because it was not like there was no open wound, something like. Only this one was too much affected. So that metal stayed here from the time I got the accident. Like they put it immediately the following day, and it stayed there for 4 months. Now after 4 months, there was not so much improvement for them to put the plaster, so they had to slice something here to cover this part. It's called grafting. Grafting. If there are doctors watching me. So after that, still they could not put the plaster complete, because normally this one was put from down there to here to hold the leg well, so that the leg is not going to move. But this one they could not put, because if they had put the plaster from down up to here, that means the whole part would have rotten. So they did not do that. Now, after they put the grafting, they removed the metal, and then they put the plaster just up to here to hold this part, so that they would leave this part open. Because, I was living in Mombasa. Mombasa is so hot. So when it's going to sweat, when it's going to be hot and the leg sweats, that means the part was going to start again to rot. So they did not want that. Now, after they put the plaster, I had to stay with it also more than 6 months. Then I went back to the hospital. The leg was not yet completely healed, but honestly I was tired of the plaster with all the heat in Mombasa. So they removed it, but told me to be careful. While walking with the crutches, I'm not supposed to apply a lot of weight in this leg. And because if I do that, that means it's going to go back. We are going to go back to square one. Now I had finished my high school. I was home, and to be honest, I was stressed with the leg and stressed with everything. So I decided to start selling these detergents. If you come from Kenya, we make detergents, the soap and jik, and we have this acid, and you start selling them to door. That is what I was doing. So I would pack my plastic bag on one side, and then the other side I would hold the crutch. So I left the crutch, the one crutch, I left it too early before the leg was healed. So in the process of carrying, because I was not carrying just few bottles, I was carrying a lot of them, so that when I go and come back, like I just go one round and then I'm done. So I used to carry a lot of them, and in the process this leg bent, like from the point where it was broken, it bent again like this. So in here, bent. So it was not healed. The other leg was already okay. It was healed because this one was plastered immediately. Now, in the process of that bending, I did not stop my selling. I continued with my selling and so on. And then to make it faster, I went back to the hospital. They broke the leg again, and now they had to put a metal inside. After they put the metal, this metal stayed in this leg for 10 years, and then of which they removed it here in Germany. Yeah, I did the operation here because after I came here, because of too much cold, the leg was paining, extremely paining during winter when it's too cold. I think the reaction, when it's summer, it was not so much problem, but during the winter, it was like, you know, in Kenya, Mombasa, it's hot, so there was no much pain. But now, during winter here in Germany, the leg was paining so much that I had to go to the hospital and do another operation. They removed the bolt because the bolt was first I got a job in a place where I was walking, or like there was no sitting, it's walking here and there and carrying, and so in the process the bolt started coming out. Then I went to the hospital. They checked and they said they have to remove the bolt. The doctor, which was a woman, she told me I asked if it's safe to remove the bolt and leave the whole metal inside, because the metal was from there to here, and here was 2 screws and down there was 1. So they removed they wanted to remove the first one. She assured me that I can live with the other metal inside without problems. And so they made an appointment, or we made an appointment, and then I went, they took me to theater, they removed the bolt. But after 2 weeks, I went back to work. Was it 2 weeks? After 4 weeks, I went back to work, and in the process, the place started swelling again and removing, these fluids from the leg. So I had to go back. Luckily, I met a different doctor. Thank God to that doctor. Up to date, like, he was God sent. And he told me they made a mistake removing that bolt. They were supposed to remove the whole thing. Now, the reasons the lady was giving, not removing the whole whatever, it's because she said they didn't know the name of the metal or the name of the company, which where we ordered the metal. So they need to know that so that they would have the right materials. Because they cannot just go to the theater and then they don't have the right materials to remove the whatever. But then the other doctor was able to do without that, because I understand if you go to the theater, they have to have all the materials, like everything there. So we had we had the name. Later I asked my father, who is also working in this hospital where they did the operation, and they checked, and he went where he bought the whatever, and like it's only one company anyway which is selling that. But the name I had provided it before during the lady's time, but then I don't know, maybe she was afraid to remove because they said it's too much. It's inside the bone, and there was a risk, like it was so delicate, and the person who was going to do that had to be more careful, otherwise they would end up breaking the bone again. Okay, so now after that, I thank God I'm good. After they removed the complete metal, I'm fine, my legs are good. But I have one problem. I don't know what could be the medicine for this. First, because I stretched these legs too much during the accident, like during the tying and so on. I have a problem of squatting. Like this leg, this part pains me so much. And also when I'm walking on the stairs, you hear that krr, 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 like it's cracking. Like they said in Kenya, when the doctor was putting because of these too much screws, they said it's going to affect the bone. I don't know, it's bone fluid or what. Here, because they put screws 2 times. The first time with the metal outside, they were 2, and the second time with the metal inside, they were 2. So if I try to squat, like like this leg is too much paining, the knee part. I don't know, I've tried to research and see what I could use, at least for the bone to be more active. Of course, I can bend it, it's very easier to bend. But now, when it comes to applying the whole weight, going down, this part, let me bring the camera close so that you hear the krrr. So, I hope I don't have a microphone, but you hear that sound. And then, to squat, I have to touch somewhere. Ooh! To do like this, and then I touch down. It's so much paining right now. I can't do it. Let's try it once again. Oh, you're not going to be seeing my face. Oh, you see, I have to hold either the floor or something for me to be able to support myself. It's really not a joke. So if maybe there's someone who has an idea of what I could do, what I could eat, something to apply, I don't know, tell me guys, because sometimes I try to make the exercise, but it's painful. And honestly, I'm tired of hospital. You see? Now to wake up, it's very difficult. I have to kneel down like this, then use this leg to stand up. Yeah, that's the problem I have. That's the problem I've been having. So if you have an idea of what I would do, too much exercise, like I try to sometimes use the stairs, because here mostly all the houses have the lift. So sometimes I try to use the stairs. We even bought a machine here just to stretch, but sometimes we are too lazy to even work on it. Anyway guys, so if you have an idea, please be kind to share it under the comment section. And I thank God. I really thank God, because to be honest, my life is a testimony. I've gone through a lot, and God has given me the strength to always overcome whatever thing comes on my way. And I thank Him for that. He has been faithful. There are struggles in this life. You go through struggles and so on, but God is faithful. Thank you so much guys for watching. May God bless you. And if you have an idea, please help me, and I will appreciate